Trump says we've had one of the most successful 13 weeks in history. Prepared to be triggered, America. Prepared to be triggered. Trump says we've had one of the most successful 13 weeks in history. Come on, man. Woo! I try to be unbiased. I try to be bipartisan. I try not to be Republican or Democrat leaning on these stories, but goodness gracious, brother. So this has nothing to do with politics. This has to do with sensibility. This has to do with reasonableness. This also has to do with lying like a rug. Trump, this has not been a successful 13 weeks. Your health care bill did not pass, and I'm glad it didn't. Thank you. But dude, how could you take a humongous L? A humongous L, brother. That L is so big, you need like Lou Ferrigno in his prime with Arnold Schwarzenegger in his prime. I don't know, just all... Ronnie Coleman in his prime. You need all of them to just lift the L up and hold it for you. It was a huge L we're talking about. President Trump on Thursday insisted he had one of the most successful starts as a president in U.S. history, dismissing the chaos and stalled legislative agenda that has marred his 100 days in office. Goodness, come on now, guys. This is hallucination. Like, even Trump supporters got to know, man, Trump had a rough start on some of this stuff, man. Like, most successful. I think we've had one of the most successful 13 weeks in the history of the presidency. Trump told reporters on Air Force One. The president cited positive numbers in job creation, negotiations on presidential aircraft prices, and his planned military buildup. Trump's first weeks in office have been anything but smooth. The president continues to be dogged by a federal investigation into whether his associates cooperated with Russia's efforts to meddle in the 2016 general elections. The controversy led him to oust retired Lieutenant General Michael Flynn, as we know, as National Security Advisor. After it was revealed Flynn misled, whatever, blah, blah, blah. Trump's signature executive order, temporary blocking travelers from a number of Muslim countries, has also been struck down, blocked by courts. And GOP leaders were forced to pull their plan to repeal and replace Obamacare. The president's chief strategist, Stephen Bannon, also removed from his permanent role on the National Security Council. Asked if another staff member or if more staff shakeups could happen, Trump said he thought the administration had already shaken things up. Friday will mark 11 weeks since Trump was inaugurated as president. All right, guys. Look, guys, there's some things that happened. We're not even talking about legislation he passed, we're not even talking about, we're talking about things that didn't work out based on what he wanted, okay? We're not talking about what we want or what anyone else wants, or if it was Democrat or Republican. What I'm talking about is if you try to push forth some type of like ban, right, and it doesn't happen, well, that's an L. And if your strategist, Steve Bannon, is no longer there, and he was fighting with Jared or whatever, your son-in-law, and now he leaves, well, that's sort of like an L. And if you got Kellyanne Conway, you had to sit her out for a while because alternative facts, that's sort of like an L. Like Sean Spicer just caught hell like a whole week of he hates women, he hates blacks, he hates women. I mean, those are L's, brother. You got a lot of L's just stacking up. Now, I could say some of it is just trumped up, or it is just ginned up stuff by the opposition, but not all of it. I'm leaving out the parade numbers and I'm leaving out certain stuff that can be manipulated. But the fact is the facts. This has not been a winning presidency so far. All right? It just hasn't. And for you to say it has kind of means either you're lying or you're delusional about what it is. Now, I know there's a lot of Trump supporters in the world, but you guys have to know that a couple of things he wanted to do, he didn't get done, right? And that repeal Obamacare legislation was not good. I think only like 19% of Americans liked it. 19 sucks. The age 19 was cool because I could go in and buy the beer. And I looked older. I had a mustache and I could do that. But no, this sucks. Like 19% of Americans wanting that repeal Ryan care or Trump care. That sucks. So, and that's not all his fault. He didn't write the legislation. I'm not saying it's his fault, at least not that part. But what I'm saying is, it happened on your watch, homie. So who out there believes that Trump has had the best presidency of any other president so far, you know, in the beginning? Just that little violin. Somebody out there probably thinks so. I don't know who, but that somebody needs help